Hello, we're going to be going through presets in Label Engine. Presets are allocations for YouTube and SoundCloud. They communicate with YouTube and basically tell the system how to parcel out earnings for each individual client and the different earning types. So presets are one of the first things you'll want to do when you get a new client. It should be one of the first things to do during the onboarding process to make sure everything is allocated properly when you're onboarding content, inviting people into the network, and putting out tracks on SoundCloud. There's also presets for distribution, but they are related to each release and will not be taken care of by the project manager. They will be handled by the distribution team. It's still important to check the allocations of your clients for distribution to make sure the splits are correct, but you can talk to distribution on how to do that. So the first thing I'm going to do when creating a preset is first, obviously, check if it exists already. So I'm going to come in here and type in my preset, and it does not, so I am good to go. Even if you think something might not be created, definitely double check. Artists can have the same names. That happens all the time. So yeah, definitely check before creating anything. So now that I know it doesn't exist, I'm going to create one for GJ. Okay, so I'm going to come down here to select label for company assignment. And for YouTube, we'll always want to use create YouTube. Select that. And then we're going to add an artist allocation. Since this client already has a release with us, I will be able to find them in this scroll down bar. If they have no releases, this is the first thing you're doing with the client, you will have to create a new artist assignment. And you'll just do create new and type them in here. But for this one, I'm going to use the scroll down feature. Label Engine is super slow, just know that, and we're going to wait. So give us a second. Again, we're going to wait. Yep, and lo and behold, GJ. Again, it's going to be a little bit of a process. GJ, and right now we're creating the preset for UGC, user generated content on YouTube. Again, the reason we create individual presets is so the artist knows exactly where their money is coming from. Sorry, this is taking a little bit longer. Bear with me. You might want to watch this video. Speed it up. Okay, and see here, you'll see the contract account for the release I was talking about here, but now we'll want to create new account because, like I mentioned, this is separate earnings. UGC, and you'll want to put in the correct allocation. Label Engine is smart and will parcel that out. If this is a split preset, you'll want to add the other artist and make sure, again, the splits are correct, but this is a pretty straightforward one client preset. So that's all we need to do right there. We're going to save changes. We're going to press auto assign, save changes, and then save pre-allocations. We want these to say yes and yes, single use, no. So we're good here. We're going to copy this preset to make it simpler for us. And now we see we have GJ copy, but now we're going to create the pub split. And again, this is for publishing on YouTube. Pub, so space dash space pub, save changes there. We're going to come down and create a new account for publishing. Again, you're going to want to double check these splits according to the contract or the A&R. Just make sure you have the splits completely correct, and we're going to keep create YouTube for this instance. We're going to save changes and then save pre-allocation. Yes and yes. As you see, I have pressed save changes and save pre-allocations probably more than I need to, but it doesn't hurt to save as much as possible. So here we're going to create another preset, and this time it's going to be for SoundCloud. So I'm going to copy this preset, and here we have the pub copy. We're going to want to change that again to SoundCloud. Oops. SoundCloud, save changes, and again, a new account, SoundCloud. And you're going to want to make this according to the SoundCloud split in the agreement. For this one, it is 80-20. And instead of create YouTube, we need to switch this to create SoundCloud. So now we have our different splits and allocations. This is again how these different systems communicate and parcel out the earnings. Now we need to add the channel split to the original UGC preset. So we're going to go back to presets. And the reason I don't do this first when I create that UGC preset is because I am trying to, I don't want to copy that preset for the next one and have it on the publishing preset because it only needs to be on this one. We don't want to accidentally put the split onto other presets. So it's important to do it afterwards and for this preset only. So now that they're created, we could search them up here. Search. Bear with me, I have never screen recorded with my voice on it, and I feel super weird. Cool, so we're going to want to go in and edit these, and here we can see these two are inactive, so I'm going to want to go back and fix that. So it's really good to always double check your work. And we want to switch this to active. Yes, save preset again. And now we're going to add this allocation in. So we can add the channel split. Something really cool with this is you can do several different splits on one channel. So if an artist has, on one preset, sorry, if an artist has several channels, it would be really an easy way to add them all here. So just to double check, I'll search them to make sure it doesn't exist already. It does not, so I'm going to just go ahead and create a new split. We're going to call this one GJ channel. And now we just need to come to the channel and we need to grab the YouTube ID. So some channels have custom IDs. We can't use that. So we just go to a video that they have on their channel, let it load really quick, and now come back to their channel. And now we have the custom ID, or the YouTube ID. And you come down to this last option here for channel not included, and we're going to add the channel in. We're going to press this button here, add the channel in, add, and again, you just double check everything. This is people's money. You don't want to mess anything up. So click on this link just to make sure. And bada bing, bada boom, we have the channel successfully in there. So now we're going to save the split, and it's going to take us back here. It didn't add it, so we need to add it ourselves. It never does when you're creating one. You need to go back, and it's there, GJ channel, and I can add the split in. And instead of UGC, we're going to change the contract account to channel again, so people know where their money is coming from. Even though it's from YouTube, it's important to know how much earnings are coming from your channel specifically and how much are coming from UGC. It's really good to know kind of how popular you are outside of your channel and on your channel. So I saved that, I press enter. We are all gravy there. So now the presets are all set up. You just have a few more steps to take care of on Label Engine. Again, we need to go back to this preset just to double check that everything's active. And so this one is active, this one is active. Oh, nope, this one is not. So we need to go back in and edit that. Active, yes. Save changes, save pre-allocations, save as much as possible. So now we're going to this next step. We need to go to accounts, then clients. Go to the client, DJ. And I know, since this is really one of the first steps we're taking in onboarding this client, that we haven't collected payment information yet, so we need to put that in here. So we're going to edit the client. You should definitely add the client's email address. I'm not going to do that right now because I don't have it right offhand, but you should add the client's email address so they can get their statements, they can get their W-2s for tax purposes, everything. So definitely add the email address here. And now we're going to come down to payment options and indicate that we don't have payment information. So incomplete payment info group and save changes. And now you're going to want to add the tags. I know we're kind of in the middle of changing them, but originally, we were using department pop. And yeah, I think those are the only tags we need right now. These will be updated, I think, to have like our PM tags, and I think that's it for now, but so we should be good. Make sure that's saved. And make sure, again, incomplete payment information is saved because each section is different. And now you should be all set in Label Engine and ready to onboard content. Yeah, that's it.